We are on air. Welcome
What?
everyone to Project Fog. This is Robbie Vapes, and with me we have Hank Vapes and Vaping Heathen.
What's
We'll
going
start
on?
with the usual, what everybody's vaping on. Let's start with Hank, who's just filling up something right now.
Perfect timing, right?
Yeah.
I'm just putting a little bit in this bottle here. Um, I've got my IPv4 in my Nixon, which I have not been able to put this RDA down since I got it. I've gotten a bunch since then. You know, I build them, I use them, test them, review them. I keep going back to this Nixon. It's so good. With Endless Summer from Fusion Vapor. And hold on a second.
All right, we'll skip Hank for now. Billy, what are you vaping on tonight?
Okay, I got the Star Pro nickel coil on the SMY Mini with something in there. I think it's called Rum Dada. Rum Dada came out of my example box. Pretty good shit. I got the Aromomizer RDTA on the EVIC with dual Claptons. Something with Crunkberry in there. Got my Monster K-Fun V2 with a nickel coil inside the Sigelli 75 watt temperature control. Running something in there. I forget what it is. Oh yeah, that is Rainbow Sherbet in the Dark from Grim Colt. Silo Beast Tesla 2. Got that Trinity nip tip. Guys out there, this is the clone of the Trinity nip tip, and it's fucking amazing. It's the same exact thing as the original. Here's the original. Here's the clone. They're exactly the same. The original is $25. You can get it from Vapor DNA for Trinity Glass. This is the clone made by Sig Green, and it's $7. So it literally feels like a nipple in your mouth. I mean, it's fucking great.
It looks pretty good.
And then what else? I got some other thing. I got the Sigelli Elite, the V1 on the Mini Jet. I got a bunch of things. The Stumpy RDA. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Forge V2. Forge V2, pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's it. Yeah. A couple other things, but whatever.
I'm just filling up my tank now. I got with me today. Start with juice. So for juice, I got my own juice again. This is a berry lemonade that I made. Seems to be a pretty good hit, so let's hope it stays that way when it steeps. But I'm vaping on that. Got my own strawberry and cream one. It's almost done. Not too much left in there. Got some Cowtown, of course, because who doesn't like the Cowtown? And as far as what I'm actually vaping on, I got the IPv3 Li with the crown on it, just the 0.25 uncoils in there. Got the Tesla 2 and the Magnus, or actually no, sorry, this is the Star V3 or V2. It's the one with the little airflow control in the drip tip, which I fucking hate, but for some reason everyone seems to think that we like that. I don't know anyone who actually does, but whatever. And then we got the Star Pro on the EVIC VT. So that's what I'm vaping on tonight. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Been making a lot of juice lately, so experimenting a little bit and trying to find what works for me. But found a couple decent ones. That berry lemonade one seems to be a big one, though. That one turned out really well.
Yeah, about those airflow on the drip tips. All right, I think what they're meant for is if you're trying to like fuck around and blow clouds and vape at over 100 watts, you know what I mean? That's what it's for, just to cool. Like if you're everyday vaping, I don't think nobody opens that up. But if you just want to blow some massive clouds and play around, then it kind of cools your vape down and makes you eligible. So I think it has a purpose, but it's not practical in everyday use. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think even on that note, like the thing is, if you're vaping on say a Magnus or a Star Pro or something like that, you really don't need that airflow holes on the drip tip because it won't go up to 100 and whatever watts. It barely hits 90, to be honest. I think if it was in like an RDA or something and you're vaping at high wattages, then you're looking at having that airflow tip, and that's a pretty good idea there. But on these tanks, I feel like you're not really using them that much. I'd rather close it off myself for that denser vape, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't think nobody really keeps it open. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I just like I said, I think it serves some kind of like only at like the higher wattages that the coil can go. You know what I mean? That's just to cool it down a little bit. That's what I think the purpose of it is for. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's your
Good
there.
point.
Yeah, Hank, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. What are you vaping on, buddy?
I'm trying to get my temp set on this. Yeah, so I had that Nixon in the IPv4 Endless Summer from Fusion Vapor, which is like a strawberry lemonade. I've still got my snub nose out with some root beer float from Mad Cat Vapors, and the SIG 75 with the SIG Elite Tank temp control with some Angry Amish custard. That's all I've got.
Nice.
Guys, if you hear me like coughing or I've been really congested lately, so
Smoking?
I apologize.
You've been smoking cigarettes, Billy?
Yeah.
Is that why you're starting this support group?
No, but I'll tell you what, I have been smoking the Ravens cut. I mean, vaping, smoking. Have been vaping the Ravens cut, that naturally extracted tobacco. Man, they have a menthol one. Holy fuck. That motherfucker. I swear I threw it on. I got it in my Derringer, right? I threw it on. I closed to the smallest airflow hole, and I took a hit, and I was like, whoa! It's like, it was overwhelming. I've never vaped anything like that. Amazing. Amazing. I was like, what the fuck? It cleared me right up. Matter of fact, I want to hit it right now for you guys. There we go. Whew. Holy shit, that is menthol, man. That is freaking menthol. Wow. Good shit. Yeah. You know what? I don't know about you guys. Like, I get bored sometimes, so what I'll do is go over. I like 3fvape.com for like my China place to get clones and shit. So I'll go over there and I'll search through the website, and I'll just be looking. I just start. They're like $10 a piece for a clone. You know what I mean? So I'll just start adding them to my cart for personal use, just to play with. I won't review them or nothing. And every once in a while, man, you come across like a little gem. And I got this fucker. It's called the SXK, right? I took a close-up picture on Instagram, so if you want to look at my Instagram, check it out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's got like this top-down airflow and these two little tiny holes. Everything lines up perfectly, and it's got this crazy little drip tip. This fucking thing, all right, it's no cloud chaser at all. It's a taste addy. It's a very restrictive airflow. I mean, it's like smoking a cigarette almost. It's very tight. But the flavor on this thing is amazing, and I think I'm actually going to do a review on this because of how fucking awesome it is. And I think if they made another one with wider airflow, it would be fucking amazing. The idea is awesome the way they did it. It's got this little tiny deck, and it's just fucking, I don't know how to explain it. And it's just got this slit at the top, and there's these little tiny, you see those little airflow holes?
Yeah.
Like it goes down inside, and then you see the airflow in the bottom? It comes out there, and then it comes up into here, and then it goes into these little holes. And then the drip tip that comes with it, that's how you adjust your airflow. You can actually, the drip tip actually has holes in it. It's freaking weird, and it's different, and I really like it, and it's like fucking $10, man. You get these little freaking gems, man. And another one I wanted to show you, that's why I was looking up here, I can't find it. Fucking, damn, it's called the Nectar Nano. If you ever heard of it. I don't know what the hell I did with it. But anyway, it's called the Nectar, and it's a little tiny RTA. It's got this little tiny, it only holds like a half a mil that you pour juice in. It's fucking neat, man.
I saw that picture you posted up. I would like to see that.
Yeah, same.
And they have a bigger. They have a micro version, which I think holds like 1.5 mils or something like that, or 1 whole mil, like 1 whole dropper full. And then they have a regular sized, you know what I mean, with a tank like that size.
Yeah.
But it's fucking neat. It's really cool, man. I love when you find these little gems, you know what I mean, like that. And it's great because they're only a few dollars, and you just can't beat it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here it goes. Here's the nectar.
Oh man, that thing's cool.
That little piece here, that is that's your tank, right? And here's your airflow hole. And see if I can get it apart. Yeah, here's your deck. Let's see if it'll focus. You kind of just drop your leads in that hole, and it goes into the tank. I don't know. It's just cool, man. I got all these new little flavor addies that are great for taste and juice and stuff like that. It's amazing, man. These little China shops that you never even heard of come out with. But this is actually a clone. I heard this is actually a high-end, not high-end, but cost some real money from the non-actual clone.
Yeah. Big O Vapor had a question about the EVIC. Wanted to know if either of us have had any issues with it not reading the atomizer. And I haven't had any issues with that, but at the same time, I actually haven't used the tank it comes with. I used it for the first day, hated it, and started using something else. So I couldn't tell you on the original tank, but for the Star Pro in this thing, I've never had an issue.
I've had an issue where it won't ask you if it's new atomizer. Does that do that for you every time?
Not every time, but occasionally. I would say 1 in every 5 times it might skip it for some reason.
Yeah, that's the one thing that, is this a new atomizer? Yes or no. You get it only does it once in a while when it wants to. So, but as for putting my Star Pro on here or putting my Star Pro on the Skelly is 10 times better. I think this hits much lighter. Like I'd have to put this on 560 degrees to get the vape quality at like 490 on this, and that's how
600 right now.
Yeah, or even on my SMY Mini, which is even better than the EVIC. But you know what? The EVIC's $50. It may be hitting lighter, but it does a job, and it reads titanium. So, and actually about the EVIC, I love the tank that it came. I love the Mega and the CLR heads. When you rebuild them heads, they're fucking great, man. And as somebody who don't have a lot of money and don't want to keep buying coils, just buy a pack of those CLR heads and just keep rebuilding them, and you're set. And it's a great vape quality. I know, Robbie, you like massive clouds, like you like a big, thick, dense vape. I know the way you vape, so that's why you don't like them. I don't need those big, thick, massive. Just need a quality vape. That's all I need. I'm good. If I have a tank that hits well at 30 watts, I'm happy with that. I don't need 70, 60, 80 watts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know your style of vaping. But we're all different. So, but yeah, I highly recommend the Ego 1 Mega rebuildable heads and the tank.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too with reviewers, right? You get the opportunity to see different sides of it too. Some people like that cooler vape. Some people like the warmer vape. Some people like to vape their ass off on fire, like
Stan.
like Stan, or the guy at the vape store I go to. He's vaping it at 1600 watts right now. He's got a bet going on with a couple juice companies that he's going to try and burn their juice before he can burn the coil. And he's 1600. It's fucking insane. But I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Billy just dropped off. Typical for Project Fog episode where Billy drops off right on time, of course, too.
Yep. And he said he got his shit together, too.
Yeah. But yeah, fuck Stan, come on. No, I haven't watched Goons yet. I promise I will watch it. I will watch Goon as soon as I can. I still need to put out a shitload of videos, though, too. I'm way behind on that. I got a couple unboxing videos for like my juice orders and my flavor orders. I got a couple tanks that I wanted to review. I got the EVIC still on the list too, and then of course I leave in a week for vacation, so that's slowing me down a lot too.
Maybe you'll have to catch it on vacation.
I will. I'll have to. Otherwise, Stan's never going to let me live it down.
It's all right. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, Hank, how do you vape? Do you like it hotter, warmer, cooler?
I like it warm, which is a big reason I don't like to drip on nickel.
Yeah.
I just haven't figured it out yet. Even all the different tips I try that I hear from other people, I just haven't figured it out yet. And I really want to start working with this titanium, but it's so hard to find. It's so hard to find the right titanium that's not going to be toxic. You know, the pure titanium. Because most of the places you can buy it from are like jewelry supply places, you know.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them aren't pure. But it's easier to work with. It's not quite as soft, and the resistance isn't quite as low either.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I built one on my my Hellboy, and it was okay, but I had a Clapton on there before, dual Claptons, and I was hitting it at like 125 watts. It was amazing. Those
I
Claptons can handle anything.
I wouldn't even want to try to fuck with a Clapton on nickel.
Yeah. But no, Phil, I'll join you in the mountains. We'll fight bears together. We'll make a day of it. Just reading the comments right now. Well, I know we were going to talk about some stuff that Billy's organizing, Vaping Heathen, but hopefully he gets back on here shortly. I don't know where he went, but he's got a really good idea and a really good premise for us as reviewers to kind of start an initiative and help sponsor a smoker trying to quit. And
yeah.
I really like that idea too, actually. I thought that was a pretty cool idea.
I think it's a great idea. I need to get in on it at some point.
Yeah. I got a giveaway coming up too. I got to do that. I got so much shit on the go. It's not even funny. Way too much shit. I'll give a quick sneak peek of the giveaway for anyone wondering. The Ray.
There you go.
That's the single 18650. Well, it's this guy right here. That's what I'll be giving away. One of these guys.
That thing's pretty cool.
It's really cool. I love it. I usually vape on it pretty much all the time, but I've had to put it down just to give it a break. But it's awesome. It's seriously awesome.
What the hell is that?
Dude, did you guys hear anything I just said?
No.
No, you dropped off a while ago.
What the fuck? I'm gonna sign on my computer. This.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who want this Ray. The good news is he's actually opened up the site to the US now, and you can buy it on the site.
Oh, sweet.
It actually went down quite a bit in price too. It went to 150 because he changed manufacturers. He managed to get it out of locally out of Calgary here, so that saves money on shipping and shit. So he's got the price cut down quite a bit, and that's awesome. And it's
I haven't used any of their products. I need to get a hold of some.
Yeah, you should.
Like they make some nice quality stuff.
But he's a good guy. He's pretty good with trying to get stuff to reviewers, and I guess apparently Phil Bisardo is going to be reviewing this as well.
Cool.
So hopefully, I'm looking forward to seeing his perspective on it, see if we have the same opinions, and see what he thinks.
You good there, Heathen?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know what happened. Dude. I really have no clue. I know I seem to be the one always having technical issues, and have it all straightened out. So I don't know what just happened. For those that don't know, I'm actually using my phone because the video quality is just much better than my laptop. So maybe that's the issue. I don't know, but I'm still using my phone for now. I'm always having problems. Look, if you sign on the project file, just know that I'm going to have issues. I don't know. Let's see. What was I talking about, right? I started off saying something. I forget.
You were last talking about the nectar or the clones and everything you're getting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's I think that's the last we heard from you, and then you kind of fell off.
You were
Dude,
probably
I was talking like 10 minutes after that, thinking I was still on.
No, you fell off.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, here's what I wanted to talk about. The show, right? We were talking about the reviewer sponsorship program.
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk a little bit about that. If you haven't watched, I put up a video called the Reviewers Smoker Sponsor Project. And basically what it is, I got the idea from JT over there at Vape Stars. He has a YouTube channel. I'm sorry, I was looking at you guys and you weren't moving. I thought you were frozen. I was like, did I fucking drop off again?
No. You're good.
But anyway, he got this idea. He said he watched something, or he saw something on Facebook that Dimitri posted about sponsorships, sponsoring smokers. So he said, fuck it, I'm going to make a video, and he was sending it out to vendors saying, you know, if you're a shop or a vendor, somebody comes in your shop, a new smoker, a new vapor, help them out. Maybe give them a discount, give them your email, you know, maybe basically sponsor them, help them, you know, give them a discount, give them free juice or whatever. So I watched that, and I contacted JT, and I said, I'm going to take it one step further, and I'm going to take it to where we as reviewers can sponsor one of our viewers, all right? And I think the idea is a great idea because we as reviewers, we get lots of products, we get lots of juice, we know the ins and outs of products, of tanks, of everything. We're in contact with vendors, we're in contact with shops, so we get a lot more information than the average vapor has. So we know our way around things. We get to try new things constantly. So with the knowledge that we gain from that and the experience that we have, I think it's only right to be able to give back and help at least one person, to grab that one person and help him get off the cigarettes, you know? And it's not about getting free products. It's not about that, because I'm not just, if I sponsor someone, I'm not just going to say, well, here, try this, and I'm going to throw shit at them. No, it's not going to work like that. I'm going to mentor you if I can, mentor in a way. I'm going to talk to you, find out what you're vaping, what isn't working, what I can recommend. Find out your financial situation. I will use my best judgment. If I find out somebody has a horrible setup but they just can't afford another setup or something like that, I may choose to send something. I may choose to say, here, try this. Or I may say, here, try this juice. Or I may say, here is a discount to this website that you don't know about. Grab it from there. You know what I mean? So I got to get that out there, because you know, you will have people contacting you thinking, you know, maybe I can just get free shit. You know what I mean? So, but it's not about that. And my thing is, if you watch the video and you think it's a good idea, and bring it to other reviewers. If you watch their reviews, put it in the comments. Let them know about it. I mean, I'm not forcing any reviewers to do it, and I don't want to, but I want them to know about and actually make an informed decision on it, to actually sponsor a smoker. And now in the video, I called out Robbie and I called out Hank because they're my friends. So I'm calling you guys out, you know. But I didn't call out anybody else. But hopefully it does catch on, and I think it can only be good for the community overall as reviewers helping our viewers out, right? What other better way to give back? Yeah. You know, so what's your guys' take on it?
I agree. I am 100% for it. As Hank drops off now, which seems like we're having constant problems, but no, I'm all for it, and I think it's a great idea. I love the idea of having us as reviewers actually give back to the community, helping other people out. I mean, we were all there at one point trying to quit smoking, trying everything we could, you know, maybe going from things like the patch or prescription or whatever it might be, going from that to vaping. Vaping really has been the best, I don't want to say cessation device, but it's the best alternative, I think, in my mind, to smoking cigarettes that has come up to date. I've never seen something work more effectively than vaping, and it would be nice to pass our knowledge and our kind of the benefits we get as reviewers on to those people who are looking to do the same thing and quit smoking and try and get off cigarettes onto something a little bit safer. And I think that's where we come into play, and that's when we can have a sponsorship and we can talk to people about our experiences. We can, like you said, send them to sites if we have discount codes, or if we know of a site that's better off, or you can get a product for a better price, send them there. And I mean, even still, like you said, if someone, is looking to quit and they maybe have limited financial need or limited financial restrictions, we'll send them a few things. We get enough things in the mail to review and stuff like that, where it's not a big deal for us to send a couple things out to someone that's going to help them quit smoking. So I'm all for it. I think it's a great idea. I supported it the second I saw that video. I loved it. I think it's something that all reviewers should be looking at right now, because the amount of stuff we get, it doesn't hurt us to send the odd thing out to someone who's looking to quit smoking.
Right. Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it, because I've actually been going through a lot of my gear lately and looking at things, and I mean, you saw my 30 sub-ohm tank showdown. I would say 80% of those sub-ohm tanks don't get used, and they all have like kind of a sentimental value because they kind of helped me through my journey of vaping. So it's hard to kind of give them up, and I usually just give my doubles away. But I'm at the point now where I really got to start, I got to let go of some shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of, so it's, and I got like my K-Box. I have a K-Box that I haven't touched, like the original K-Box, somebody can use that, and I have plenty of mods. I mean, what you see here is just fucking a couple. I got a bunch back here, and I got a shitload down here, and over on my desk, I got and look, it's not bragging. I hate to sound like that. It's like, oh, I got a bunch of mods. It's not that, because I can tell you one thing, I don't get a chance to enjoy none of it anyway. It's as a fucking reviewer, it's kind of, one thing comes in, you get to enjoy it for a little bit, you got to put it down, and then you go to the next thing. It's kind of tough. Yeah, but it is a problem that most people would love to have. I understand that. But yeah, as I was saying, there's plenty of things for me to be able to help with. I can help somebody. I can give somebody an Atlantis, which I can give somebody a sub tank. I can give somebody maybe one of my old Heracles, or a 30-watt mod that I have. You know what I mean? So, but it's not about just giving products. It's just about helping somebody. And I'll tell you what, since I put out that video, I've been getting emails, and people have been telling me their stories. And some of these stories, they're similar to mine. Some of them are gut-wrenching. Some of them hit you. I mean, they hit you in the feels. So it's and it's kind of hard. That's the hardest part, is kind of pick one, because I can't sponsor a whole bunch of people. I'm going to start off by sponsoring one person, and I kind of got to go through and reply to everybody, but only pick one. So I haven't picked no one yet, and I'm still waiting for more to come in. But you'll see if you do your video, you're going to get some emails, and some of them are like, wow, you feel it, they do hit you, Some of them have some bad stories, So, and it's only going to make me feel great being able to help someone.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, and like you said, the K-Box, actually, when you bring that up, because I forgot I even had it, and it's sitting on a shelf, because my dad gave it back to me in exchange for one of my other vaping devices. And so now I have the K-Box back and nothing to do with it, because I don't use it. I mean, it's not my vaping style, but I know it would help out a ton of people out there who are looking for one. And for a lot of people, it's that initial purchase that is the hardest part. It's not the juice. It's not buying, the supplies or the ongoing stuff for it. It's the actual initial setup cost, which can run you, over $100 in some cases, that a lot of people just can't afford.
Yeah.
And it's a big purchase for some people, and I can understand that. So if we can help out in that way, but like you said, further to that, of course, helping out people in the knowledge section as well, and helping them realize what vaping can do for them. That to me is the biggest benefit that we have as reviewers, is that knowledge. I was actually talking to someone on Friday, I think it was, and she was a smoker, or she is a smoker, and she basically said she refused to vape because it's unsafe. So I had like an hour-long conversation arguing with her, just telling her like what's actually going on in there, and some of the myths that she was hearing, and trying to correct them, because unfortunately they read one bad article and all of a sudden it turns their mind completely.
That's tough, because there's so much misinformation out there, and it's used as a scare tactic, and people get that in their minds. And one way that I like to argue that is it can't be any worse than what you're already doing, because you know as a smoker how bad the shit is for you anyway, yet you still continue to do it. So why are you even worried about this?
Yeah.
Okay, so just put it all aside. I'm not even going to try to argue with you about it being safe. It can't be any worse than what you're doing.
So what's your take on it, Hank? The whole sponsorship project.
I think it's very cool. I think it's a great idea. There's one issue that I see with that, at least on my end, is I don't seem to have many beginners, I guess you could say, as viewers to me. At least ones that interact, that comment. Now, if I put that out there, I'm sure I'll get some, but you know what I mean? It seems like most people that are watching my channel are pretty advanced themselves.
Yeah, but think about that. The percentage of people, your subscribers. Let's think. You got over 1,000 subscribers. So think about the amount of people who actually comment on your videos. It's probably it's not more than 5% of your subscribers who comment.
No.
You know, I have gotten, now people are sending me messages that I didn't even know were my subscribers. I know all the people who comment. I know their names are familiar to me. But I've gotten people who are sending me emails saying they're struggling, and I was surprised at how many I'm getting.
Really?
I'm really surprised. And even people who have contacted me saying they weren't even a subscriber, and now they are because of this video. And
cool.
So yeah, you'll be surprised when you put the video up. You will get emails, and they're piling up and they're coming in. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it can go somewhere with this, and I hope it catches.
I'm going to give it a shot for sure.
You know, and I saw Brian put out a video of how vaping saved my life, and Abby Vapes put her original one on, so I decided to do one, and it all leads into each other. You know, how vaping saved my life, and then leading into the sponsorship project. You know, so I think you know, it's just something for us to do to give back. You know, I feel a little privileged. I don't like to use the word blessed because I don't like that word, but I feel, you know, I got a little more knowledge and experience than the average vapor, so I feel like I can give back and I can help. You know, so
I agree. No, I'm definitely jumping on board with it. Soon, very soon, hopefully, as soon as I get a chance, because I'm pretty much done reviewing most of the stuff that I have to put out, so that should be coming up soon.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Did you guys? Was I live when I took a hit of that menthol tobacco?
Yeah,
Yes.
you were.
Okay, I didn't know if I missed it because I don't know where I cut off because I said a shitload of things after that and I don't know where I cut off. But
Yeah,
you know what? I asked Priscilla. You know Priscilla over from Vaporium.
Yeah.
I've asked her to come on. I asked her to come on, but she never got. She's been emailing me kind of about our channel and starting up, but she never got back and said she wanted to come on or nothing. She didn't answer. So I was hoping to kind of get a woman's perspective tonight.
I think one night we should have a few female reviewers on.
That'd be awesome.
That's a good idea. Let's have a fucking, you know, let's get a couple females for next week. So I'm going to say this now. No guys are invited next week besides us. So we need some women. So if you're a woman vapor and you have some things to say in the comments or when you watch this later, let us know if you would like to come on the show, right? Especially you, Rainey. You need to come.
Yeah.
You need to get on the show. And Priscilla. I don't know. I see something in Priscilla. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe because she's just freaking gorgeous. But no, but I do. I see something in the way she types and the way she talks, and she seems articulate. She's young. I don't know. So hopefully, I think we need more women in the review game. You know,
Yeah.
you only have a few, and yeah.
I hate to call it a female reviewers night when the three of us are still going to be on here, but
Yeah. Well, we're a bunch of bitches, so.
Maybe I can wear a wig or something.
There
Make
you
it up. I'll pull out my Hello Kitty mod.
Yeah, we can have,
Nope, got one.
maybe, who else is in the comments that usually, female-wise?
Well, I don't know if she's in the comments right now, but Vaping with Nikki B would be a good one too.
Yeah.
Nikki B, we can get her on. Yeah, I don't know. We can get I know there's a few over at the Vaporium that I'm sure could come on. You know what I would love to get on? Kathy. Steam. I can't think of her.
Yeah.
Steam Cloud?
Steam Cloud, yeah. I would love to get
It'd
Kathy.
be a lot of fun. She was in the G spot the other day.
Oh, yeah, damn. I want to go on because I've never talked to her live, you know?
I know.
And,
I was driving.
she's such a cool chick, man.
I was driving. I just left my local vape shop, and I just was looking at Vaporium, and I was like, holy shit, she's on here. So I got on my phone, and I'm driving. I'm like holding my phone up like this. I'm like, hey. That's so bad. Don't do that.
Fresh, you can come on because you have a vagina, don't you? Just kidding, Fresh. You know I love you, buddy. Yeah, I go on Fresh's show all the time, and I never have issues dropping out. I only got issues when I come on fucking here.
Well, I've dropped out already tonight too. My internet's been acting really weird lately. It's got to be my computer because the Wi-Fi's working. It'll work on my phone. It'll work on my wife's phone. Her computer. It's like every half hour, 45 minutes, my internet stops, and I have to restart my computer to get it to connect again. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
You guys got issues over there. I'm the one up in Canada. I'm supposed to have issues up here.
Yeah.
The hell's going on down there?
I fucking hate computers. I hate Google. I hate YouTube. Nothing but issues, man.
My pussy's wet for all three. Awesome.
Thanks,
awesome.
Fresh.
Fresh oozes VG out of his pussy. So,
That's where you get that Greek yogurt flavoring.
Oh man, have you heard about Rocket Man? It's coming from One Hit Wonder. They make Milkman and Muffin Man. They're coming out with Rocket Man. It's a blueberry yogurt, and I can't wait to try that shit.
Nice.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I actually tried Milkman for the first time. I did not like it at all.
No?
Not at all. It tasted like bitter milk.
I like it.
I love strawberry. I love strawberry milk type stuff. The only reason I haven't pulled the trigger is because I don't want to buy that big of a bottle. So if anybody has some and they want to send me just like 10 mils of it so I can try it
Yeah.
before I buy that big-ass bottle, because I don't want to waste it.
You can get it from eJuice Direct for $50. Oh, and also, if you remember, I don't know if you remember when I did Imperial Vapors, it's the Star Wars theme line. They got a new flavor. It's called the Dark Side, and it's got a picture of fucking Darth Vader on the front, and it's berries and cream.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I'd be all for that.
Yeah, and I will be reviewing, guys. I know I always talk about Vista Vapors, Wildberry, which I go through probably one of these a week. I love them. Vista Vapors are the ones who got me off cigarettes. I give them so much respect, but I've actually been in contact with them, and they want me to be there. They want me to review their line. Like, they're going to send me, when I get new flavors and actually review them. Now, I don't like all their flavors. I like some of their flavors. Their fruits are pretty good. They are budget juice. I think they're great for new vapors. Like I said, they helped me quit. And so, yeah, look forward to that. I will be reviewing some juices from Vista Vapors here and there. So, yeah, that's that. And as far as... Oh, you know what I want to talk... What do you guys do for your giveaways? How do you get somebody to prove to you that they're 18, and what's your stance on shipping overseas?
I make them email me a picture of their ID.
Now, okay, I've had that issue where I said I need to see your ID, And then the ID, the name is separate from different from the YouTube because a lot of YouTube names are made up. So that really doesn't prove it. They can just grab anybody's ID. So what I'm doing now is I want a picture of them holding the ID. You know what I mean?
That's a good
That's
idea.
a good idea.
So I want them holding. They can cover the vital information, but I want their picture and I want their ID. Because the last guy, I kind of had, I don't know, I was suspicious. The name was different. He covered the picture and the ID, and then, but he did fine. He just turned 18 in May, and he won a shit ton of juice. And I couldn't send that much juice unless I was sure. I mean, it was a big
You want
box.
to know something, though? Here's the thing. I'm not sure about certain states might have a law, but there's no federal law right now stating that you have to be 18 to buy any vaping product. Everywhere requires that, all the shops and all the online stores do, but that's kind of a self-regulation thing. But legally, even though it's against store policies, legally, a 16, 17-year-old can walk into a shop and buy that shit, which is crazy to me.
I'm sure there are local laws, though, against it.
There are, yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Most of the time.
There are, but a lot of places don't actually have the law, which is great. And you know what? It's also going to come down to eventually we're not going to be able to buy shit online anymore.
Yep.
Eventually that's going to happen because there's no way to prove it. And so this was an idea that I had last week. Hold on a second, guys.
Yeah.
We'll talk about something else.
Yeah.
I agree.
One thing. Like, what could you imagine sending a bunch of juice to one of your winners and then all of a sudden having the mother or father contacting you saying, how could you send this to my son or daughter? And then they call the local news and whatever, you know? Yeah. You got to make sure they're 18. So, and now as far as sending overseas, now I've sent overseas and it's fucking expensive, all right? It's $30 plus to send some things overseas, you know, even just to Canada. So, I was giving away a bottle of Wildberry. The guy won is from Italy. And I should have said something in my video about overseas, but I mean, this is a $16 to $18 bottle of juice, and it's going to cost me $30 to send it. So then I did my giveaway for the last one I did for Cutwood. I'm going to send one 30 milliliter bottle of Monster Melons. And I said, this is only going to be for U.S. only because it just doesn't make sense for me to spend $30 to ship one bottle of juice, you know? I had a guy on the comments, and you can read them now because I didn't erase it. He don't want to basically call me an asshole and say I was a cheap prick because I'm not doing it fair and I'm not giving everybody a chance. So I called him out. I called him a douchebag and told him basically to go fuck himself and he don't know me and know what I do and what I did. I said, I just can't afford it at this moment to send it, you know? So we went back and forth. If you're interested, go to that video and read the fucking comments and tell me what you think. I don't know. I know Mike Vapes is from now on, he's making all viewers pay for his shipping. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. If you're shipping in the United States, what's it, $5? If you get an $80 mod for $5 fucking dollars, it gets expensive. Yeah, we get things for free. But I can tell you, at this point, 80% of the stuff that I have, I paid for myself. I spent a shit ton of money, all right? And to send something out, it's not about fucking getting subscribers, not about getting viewers. It's because I'm just trying to give back. That's all. It really is. I'm here. I'm trying to give this back to you. But I can't take money out of my daughter's mouth to ship something overseas that I can't afford. You know what I mean? And I don't want to isolate my viewers. But I don't know.
I mean, because here's the thing with me. Pretty much 90% of my subscribers are out of the States, so I am paying a higher shipping cost than I would to, say, someone in Canada. And for me, it's one of those things where it gets expensive real quick. Even on, you know, 1 or 2 items shipping it out to the States, I'm looking at, for the last giveaway I did, I think I spent like $70 on shipping, and one of them was a Canadian too, which actually made it a little bit cheaper. But it's like $30, $35 shipped to the States at least.
That's crazy.
If you start sharing the package, it gets way more expensive.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I had a giveaway winner in Canada, and that shipping, I mean, it was expensive, but it wasn't anything outrageous, I guess you could say. But the giveaway winner I had in the UK, that was insane shipping. Insane. And both of those guys offered themselves to pay, and I told them no. I said you wouldn't be a winner if you had to pay for it, right?
Yeah, I did the
Um,
same thing. Same thing happened to me. Both of them came to me and said, "How much do we owe you for the shipping?" And I said, "You know what? Don't worry about it." But I mean, and so far I haven't had anyone overseas win, but I've seen shipping costs, and it's like $80 to $100.
yeah.
Shipping.
So what I'm gonna do from now on, because man, I mean it was crazy, and I basically told them, look, I'm gonna get my domestic orders out or my domestic winners out because this was that big giveaway I had where there was like 8 different prizes. So like, I'm gonna get my domestic ones out first, and then when I can get to yours, I will. So the one ended up waiting like a month, and I felt so bad making them wait that long, but that's all I could do. So from now on, if you're an overseas winner, you're gonna have to pay,
Yeah.
or you're gonna have to wait until I've got the money to do it.
Yeah.
Which if you're fine with waiting a month and a half, then that's fine.
Look at this box, right? This was the winner of. This is the package. I'm sorry, buddy, who won. I didn't get it out yet. I will get it out Monday, tomorrow. This thing is heavy. I mean, this is a shit ton of juice in here, and a tank, and an RBA, and see how much that would cost to send to fucking Italy or the UK? I don't know. Now somebody there in the comments, Phil just wrote use something EMS. He said it's $6. I never even heard of EMS, so I don't even know how that would work.
Yeah.
And then $12 to ship to the UK with USPS. All right, but what is that? Just one bottle, or what is that? International. See, I don't know. I'm no shipping expert. I don't know. I know when I brought shit to the post office and shipped it before. 2 times I shipped something overseas, and both times it was between $20 and $30. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's another thing that happened to me where you were talking about if they're 18 or not. So I got this one giveaway winner, and I'm not going to call that person out, and I'm not even going to say what giveaway it was, but they were domestic, asked for the ID, they sent it to me, but they covered up so much stuff on the ID. And I was like, look, I need to see your name, your address, your birthday. You know, what do you care? Why are you blocking your address out? Because you already gave it to me anyway. So then they sent it back again. They still had stuff blocked, but I ended up being a creeper and looking them up on Facebook and found them and verified, you know, as best I could that that's who they said they were. So then I ship it, and I look at tracking, and it shows that it's been delivered. And they said it didn't show up.
Huh.
So, like, you know, I don't know what to do for you there. I ship everything priority, so it's got $50 insurance. That's more than enough to cover what I was sending them. I said, go to your post office and ask them what you need to do to make an insurance claim. And they'll either send you the money or send me the money, and then you can get it. And then they told me they couldn't do that. They wanted me to contact my post office, so I did. They told me the same thing. It's going to have to go through theirs. So that post office said it was delivered. We talked to the carrier. She remembers delivering it in your mailbox. And I finally told her, like, look, I don't know what to do. I don't have another one I can send you. But, you know, I don't know. You sure one of your neighbors didn't pick it up? Go talk to your neighbors, you know. What is it? And then that person was like, send me juice, or send me a tank, or send me some juice, or send me this and that, like demanding that I send them all this other stuff. Finally, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Not even going to respond to you now.
If it shows delivered, dude, if it shows delivered, it was delivered.
Yep, I know. Now that's not to say it didn't get stolen out of the mailbox.
Oh yeah, it could have. It could have been taken from the mailbox, something like that. You never know, right? I mean, I'm not saying that the person is lying about it, but at the same time, I mean, being demanding after all that.
Well, once they started demanding that I send them tanks and juice and stuff, that's when I had the feeling that this person's just trying to get one over on me.
Yeah, that's red flags right there.
Yeah, you know what? I never thought that having giveaways would be such an issue, but it
Yep.
is. People get fucking pissed. People get pissed that you're asking for help with the shipping. People get pissed if you can't send overseas. It's
They get
I,
pissed if you don't ship the next
somebody's,
day.
yeah, if somebody's giving me an opportunity to win something, I'm not going to bitch about nothing. I don't get it. I don't get the way some people think,
No.
how pissed and such an issue. I'm just trying to give something away, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't mind the email asking if it's been shipped yet. That's fine. You can ask me if I've shipped it, and I'll tell you yes or no. You know, that doesn't bother me. But
to keep sending emails and saying,
Yeah.
did you ship it? Did you ship it? Did you ship it?
yeah, because that same person was literally emailing me every single day, and even after I told him, like, I'm not going to be able to get to my post office until the weekend because I'm working overtime every night this week. I will not be able to make the post office till Saturday. And they still sent me one every day. Did you get it?
Yeah. That's the guy who won this box that I still haven't shipped yet. It was over a week ago that he won. It was about a week ago. And he kept asking me, "Oh, can you ship today? Can you ship today? Can you ship?" And that's what I thought. I was like, "All right, he sounds a little immature, and he's probably watching, and you know what I'm talking about, buddy." I was like, "Man, if he's over 18, he won't be asking these questions like that." But he proved he was over 18. He's just over 18, just turned it in May. But I said, "Look, I said I'm busy. I said I can't get to the post office. I've been actually, and that one day where he's email, I actually had like a 3-alarm fire that day." And I was like, dude, I can't right now. Just relax, you know? And so I tried to get there yesterday, but when I went, there was a line. I was not waiting in that line. I said, I'll just get it Monday, you know? But, yeah, he kept emailing, did you ship it yet? And I'm like, dude, relax. I'll get it to you as soon as I can. It's yours. You want it. You got a lot of free stuff coming. I said, but just be patient, you know?
Yeah. So this was I had this idea maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, because something came up somewhere. I read an article somewhere people were bitching about underage people buying vaping shit off the internet. And that, you know, like I said earlier, that's when I realized that eventually we're not going to be able to buy this shit online anymore. And think about it, you can't go online and buy alcohol, you can't go online and buy tobacco. So it's inevitable. Eventually it's going to happen in our industry. So my idea was to come up with some sort of universal online identification. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how we would go about doing that, but
There's
basically,
software out there that can do it for sure. There's definitely
Yeah.
software that can do it.
I mean, something along the lines of being similar to a passport. Whether you have to go to a government office to get it or something you can do online where you can submit your ID, whatever information it may need, and that could give you an online identification number that can be verified. And then that would also apply to stuff outside of our industry as well. Maybe people could start buying tobacco and alcohol and shit online. I don't know. But or anything, you know, age restricted. But I don't know what we would need to do to get something like that off the ground. So I've got the idea if somebody wants to take it and run with it, because
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
good
look,
at
I mean,
shit.
there's
So.
definitely software out there that can do that. The only thing is with your idea, I think the only limitation is that it involves work from the government, and the government isn't exactly a fan of doing work.
Yeah, that's true. But
Anything they can do to make their lives easier, they'll do. But as soon as they have to do more work, it's nope, passed. We're done. End of discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
And
though,
that's all governments. That's not just Canada or U.S. That's pretty much all governments are like that. So
I'll tell you, though, it makes me not want to do giveaways. Like that, I hate that. It's just like I don't know. I just hate the fucking issues that come with it, like the bullshit. And I know you got to try and ignore like certain comments and all, but sometimes it just gets to you, you know? Like especially just when you're trying to give something away, you know? Okay, I didn't pay for this cutwood. I didn't pay for it that I'm sending. But that doesn't mean I have to pay fucking $30 to give it to you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not rich. I don't know. Just fucking
Yeah.
bothers me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm trying to limit the amount of giveaways because I don't want to spend too much money, and it's adding up pretty quickly. But I still plan on doing a bunch of giveaways as much as I can, and I'll pay for shipping for now. But when it gets too expensive, I mean, I may have to, like, especially on a bigger giveaway, if I'm shipping, let's say, to 10 different people or whatever for a large giveaway, which I'm planning to do for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Then yeah, I may end up doing like U.S. only or Canada only, or on the other side, I may end up doing like if you're from overseas, you may have to pay for shipping. And again, it's pretty expensive, which sucks. Like you said, if you're doing like a 30 ml bottle of juice or something, there's no point in paying. Especially if someone in Europe wins it. For me, it's $80 for a bottle of juice.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Guys, this is the K-Fun V2 Monster V2. You can get a clone of this, and it's fucking exactly the same. I don't know if you've never heard of it. It's all over Instagram. It's made by 528 Customs.
Oh yeah, I've seen their shit.
Yeah, dude, it's bad, and you can change it into a bell cap. You could make it a short one, and then it comes with the nice drip tip with the insignia on it, with the Thundercat symbol or whatever it is. It's fucking badass, man, and it's got an awesome build deck. Real simple. You can build chimney coils on it.
And it's cool because it's like it's aftermarket. You know, they don't make the K-Fun. They buy K-Funs and then customize them.
Yeah, it's a clone basically. Now they have a V3 coming out and they have a pre-sale for it. But you can get the clone on Angel Sigs. I saw it, and I think it's like $20, and that's a $110 fucking tank. And it's fucking nice. It ain't massive, the airflow. It's nice airflow. See, when I vape, I like a little bit of restriction. That's how I like it, because you get more flavor. And this is like perfect. Really, really, really nice, guys. I mean, you can't afford. I think you actually, when you order from them, they'll actually make it for you. I'm not sure how they do it, but that's why it's so much money. But yeah, man, this fucking thing is really nice. Now it's not this fucking, what's it called, the Aromomizer. That is the best RT I ever made, in my opinion. But it's awesome. It's very fucking good. If you guys haven't been on Angel Sigs in a while, man, they got some fucking cool shit they recently put up. You know that box that Devo has, the V-Mesh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they have one. It's the exact same thing, but it's regulated, 100 watts, wireless charge, comes with a charging pad, wirelessly charge it, and it's temperature control, and it's like fucking $50.
Wow.
It looks badass, dude. And then they have also a tank that looks just like the TFV4. It opens almost the same way, I think. It's top fill. And then they have another tank where it's like it's wide. It's not round. It's like oval shaped. Dude, they got some cool shit on there. If you go on Angel Sigs.
I'll check it out after the show.
Yeah, it's fucking neat, man. They got some cool shit that they just put up. That's another thing, man. People, I get a lot of questions asking me what is a good setup for a low price temperature control box mod that does 100 watts. And people are expecting, oh, the Sigelli this. Go online, go to these little Chinese vendors, right? And you'll be surprised at some of the shit that they have. Like Mikey Vape's reviews some of them here and there. And they're all usually good. Their temperature control works fine. They're clone temperature control boxes, clone chips, but they're really nice, man. You get surprises. You got to do. I don't do fast tech. I just don't. But I do other ones like 3 F vape, 3 of vape, focal sig, I think it's called. I do those. And man, you find some really cool shit. You just got to do your research and look around, and you'll find the pricing is fucking out of this world.
I was actually pretty surprised with GearBest and their selection. They have quite a bit of selection over there. I don't know how shipping's going to be, but I'll know for sure soon enough. But their selection is pretty decent.
With them, you're either going to get the shipping, right away, or you're just not going to get it for months. I reviewed for them. Hank just did a review for them, and they send it to us right away. I know they said they're sending it. It came right away, and then the one that came got messed up in shipping, so I told them about it. In 2 days, I got another one. So now my mom's boyfriend ordered an M80 off of them, and that was a month and a half ago. When he emailed them, he wrote, "I am very frustrated." Blah 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 blah. They wrote back and said, "Dear frustrated," or "Dear very frustrated." Like, that's the way they said his name. Very frustrated. But yeah, man, I don't know about them. I mean, I'll review the products because other places have the product. I can't say go. I don't know. They got to get their shipping shit together.
Yeah, that's where Dirty got his IPv4 from too, isn't it?
Yeah, they took
pre-ordered that. Yeah, he pre-ordered that and didn't receive it till 2 months later or something.
He pre-ordered it, right, and then he didn't get it for like 2 months, and then he had people. Now they came out with it. People were ordering it, and they were getting it before he got his. Like he was like, "I pre-ordered this motherfucker, and you're sending them to people who just ordered it."
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the whole IPv fucking issue?
Which one?
Yeah, which one? My take on IPv is they're a bunch of fucking shitbags. They really are. They're price gougers. They're fucking. I don't like them as a company. I fucking don't like them. Their business practices are shady. They have stolen ideas in the past. They have. You remember like the IPv2? Then they had the IPv2s. Then they had the IPv2x. Then they had the IPv mini. Then the IPv mini v2 right after it. Then the IPv4. Then the IPv4s. Now they have the IPv-LI. Now they have the IPv-LI with the carbon fiber with updated chip. Like they are the fucking worst. They're a horrible company. Asmodus won't cover them no more. I think we should just fucking boycott them. I really do. Now they make good products when they do. What I mean? Like their IPv3, and the LI, they're nice, and the new IPv4s is nice. They got that new one, the IPv4, but they got to change their fucking practices. They're fucking horrible, and it's a shame. I won't buy them. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm not going to buy them either, but if somebody wants to send me one, I will review it. But I will put that disclaimer out there to the viewers that chances are you're going to order this thing, and then there's going to be an update for it, or not an update, but
Yeah, a new version.
Other version.
Yeah.
But they did try to save their own ass, because after everybody started bitching about the IPv4s, then mysteriously the next day you could upgrade your IPv4.
Oh yeah, that's all because they were getting backlash. If there was no backlash, they would not have released that update. And that's all they had to fucking
for other
do.
people. I haven't been able to get mine to update.
And even their new one, the IPv-D2, the new little one coming out, that still has that 12-volt fucking port that they have so many fucking issues with. Like Vape Source, they were going to send me that, and I said, you know what, fuck it, send me this instead. So, I don't want that. They're fucking pissing me off, man.
Yeah.
Pioneer for us. That's what it should be. So Sigelli, it's a shame that Sigelli doesn't do the fucking titanium, and they don't. It doesn't even have the Sigelli 150 doesn't even have a charge port. A USB port, does it?
I don't think so.
I know this does, but I don't think the big guy does. So you're not gonna be able to upgrade the chip, which sucks, man. They should have did titanium, because I believe a year from now nobody's gonna be vaping nickel. You're gonna be vaping titanium.
Yep, I agree.
It's tough to say though, actually. You know what? Because the way Canthal is, everybody still vapes Canthal because it's easier to work with. I can see nickel maybe being still used, maybe not as much as titanium, but it'll still be used a little bit. And
Canthal will still be around, but
yeah.
I think for temp control, it's moving in the direction of titanium. And a lot of people are afraid of titanium, but there's some things you have to look at. For one, if you have a pure grade of titanium, it's fine. It's that's a medical grade metal, just like stainless steel. And people are worried about that oxide. I forget what it's called. That's created when it gets too hot. Well, temp control devices, the highest one I've seen so far, 600. There might be some that are higher. I'm not sure. I think it's 1200 degrees is when that oxide starts to form. So that's
Yeah,
not
it's
an issue.
insane. It's something stupidly insane.
Yeah. And then as far as it melting on you, as long as you don't blow your fucking coils, you know, make sure it's wicked and juiced up. And
it's so much safer. Titanium's so much safer. You know, inhaling wise, like nickel is just not good, dude.
No, nickel's not good for you at all.
Nickel is not good at all. And the other thing you're going to see moving to is stainless steel. You know, medical grade and food grade stainless steel coils. You're going to see. I think that may even take over Canthal as the primary wattage power mode.
It may. The only thing that sucks about that is Canthal is so cheap, and the other wires are a lot more expensive.
Way more.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, nickel, and that's that's. I think from at this point, if a company's going to do temp control, you got to do titanium. Yeah, you got it, or your mod's going to be obsolete.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm not going to get the Sig 150 for that reason. I mean, if somebody sends it to me, I'll get it, but I'm not going to buy it. I'm
going to get it. If it's not sent to me, I will buy it. But that's just because it's a Sigelli product.
Yeah, I love
Sigelli. Get the 75 just so I get the 150. So I mean, I'm not getting the 75. I will be getting the 150 though for sure.
Yeah.
Unless it's sent to me. Unless someone sends me the 75, I won't be getting it. I don't think.
Oh, Hank.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some people saying they've had that issue, but I haven't.
It's only the up button. When I cover the up button, it doesn't
None of mine do it at all. Not one.
I love this thing though, man. I'll tell you what. And I think, you know how it seems like when you're vaping the eVic or a lot of temperature control mods, you're not getting that full force hit like a Canthal vape.
Yep.
And I think that you can't up your wattage is so low, like you can't go above 60 watts. I think with this Sigelli, you put that up to 75 watts, your coil's heating up right away, so you're getting that punch. And I think that's the same with the DNA 200, Snow Wolf and shit like that. You can vape at a higher wattage, so I think, I mean, from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, like if you set it at 30 watts, right, and 520 degrees, it takes a little longer for your coil to heat up to get to that temperature, right? But if you set it at 60 watts or 500 degrees, it's going to heat up faster. Am I wrong there?
But then you also have to watch, you don't want to set your wattage too high because then it'll limit out too early, and then that kind of takes away from it too, because then it's not pushing any power towards the end of your hit.
Well, I feel like Stash set this at 500 degrees, 75 watts. I feel like it hits it right away, and it just levels out there, and it just stays there. That's on this device. It doesn't do the same on other devices, but that does that. Now, on this one, SMY, you can't control the wattage, which sucks, but they're doing a very good job with the temperature control. So, but I think that's a big downfall with that device.
That's how the new iStick is, too. That new iStick, you can't change your wattage in temp mode.
I think it's only at 40 watts.
Yeah. Which is fine if you have, like the Sigelli tank, which has a 0.2 ohm nickel coil.
Yeah.
But if you go to something else that's like 0.15, it's just too weak for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know they have a Sigelli Elite version 2 now, right?
No, I didn't see that.
Yep, version 2 already. Shame on you, Sigelli.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Sigelli's usually pretty good about it. Yeah. I mean, their devices usually last you at least 6 months to a year.
Well, I had a feeling that this wasn't it for them as far as the tank. I think that they were pushing this tank out as testing the waters, because they don't build tanks, they build mods. So I had a feeling that this one was going to be replaced fairly soon. How much different is it? Because I'm interested, because I really like this.
I think the drip tip is actually a 510 drip tip. You know how this is too big?
Yeah.
The bottom airflow is different now, and I think it holds a little more. And I'm not sure about the coils, but that's it. There's not much different. They said people were having leaking problem with this. I haven't had any leaking problems.
You know what? I've heard that. I've heard that too. I have not had an issue.
The big issue was the leaking problem, and that's why they made the version 2 to fix the leaking problem.
Okay. Is it top fill? Because that was my biggest complaint.
I don't think it's top fill.
Because it's just like this. It's just like this. Just like you were saying with temp control, now, if you're using temp control, you have to put titanium in. You just have to, right? Now, if you're making a sub-ohm tank, it's got to be fucking top fill.
Yeah,
It
I
has to.
agree. 100%. If it's not top fill, like, fuck, I hate that.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to do anymore, and just do it. Like, don't fuck around with that shit. And what pisses me off the most is when you get the V2s coming out, and the only fucking difference on them is little airflow ring on the drip tip. That's it. Like, that's their V2, airflow ring on the drip tip. Oh, I'm all for that. I'm gonna go out and get one of those right away.
I've never seen a Canuck so angry.
Yeah, I feel strongly about the airflow on the drip tip as a version 2 release. But
Now, Billy, have you found on your Sig 75 that if you don't lock your resistance in, that it just burns the fuck out of it?
Oh yeah, you gotta lock your resistance. Yep.
I've been looking at this all show because I kept forgetting to set the resistance. That's why if you keep seeing me put it up to my mouth and suck on it and I'm not actually vaping, it's because I'm trying to cool the coil back down so I can set the resistance. It's a nickel coil and it was reading like 0.8. I was like, holy shit. No wonder it's burning my throat.
Yep. I got something for you guys. And you guys know what company it is. I'm beta testing a product, but I can't do anything. Yeah. But I can show this, all right? I'm going to show you what's different about it, all right? It's a tube mod. It's a regulated tube mod, or a non-regulated tube mod. It's a kind of like an Ego 1 style thing, all right? But here's the, check it out, ready? All right? No 510 connection. It's a fucking magnet.
Yeah, I have been wondering when this was going to happen.
Now, let me show you, okay? Here, now if I want to put this tank, which doesn't have the magnet, doesn't have a 510, I have this, right? That has a magnet inside, and it's a 510, right? So I can throw that on. Now, that leaves this, right, without a 510 connection. But they're asking for feedback, and the feedback that I gave them is to make a female version of this adapter. So they could throw it on here, and this way you could put any tank on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're working on it. It has a wobble to it. This is just a prototype. So they asked for a bunch of feedback, and I gave them a lot of feedback, and they're working on everything that I recommended, which is pretty cool. This is a kind of a newer company. Are we still live? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you guys moving. They're a newer company in the e-cig industry, but yeah, everybody's probably heard of them.
Yeah, I've been wondering for a long time when we were going to have some sort of quick connect type thing, especially because as these devices get bigger, that 510 is kind of dinky, you know?
Yeah, I agree. No,
Yep.
I like that actually. That's really cool. I may just have to pick one of those up just for that reason.
Yeah, once they get the finished product, they will send it to me. I will review it.
It's interesting to see if it's going to take off because once something is standardized in an industry, like the 510 is standard now for everything, it's so hard to change from that.
Yeah.
But
No,
I would like to see that.
When the 510 standard, but I like that they included that adapter to it because that makes a whole makes it right there. That adapter. If they didn't have the adapter on there and it was purely proprietary, I would be pissed off right now. But the fact they include the adapter is awesome.
Yeah.
That is a huge step, and the fact that it's not a fucking separate purchase. That again, when you buy something and it's like, oh well, if you want to use it on something else, you have to buy something else in order to use it. The fact it comes with it, I hope it comes with it if you order it, if you were to order one as a customer and not just as a reviewer. But if it does, that's a huge plus, and I give them huge credit for that.
It is going to come with that adapter, and then they're going to make the female adapter, like I said. This will be for the tank, the male adapter. This one will be for the tank. That's the 510, the male 510, and then they will have a female 510 that you can basically pop on the mod itself.
Good for them.
Yeah, and they're going to change the airflow of the tank. I told them to change the airflow, and I also told them to make the tank top fill. They said they will try to work on that. I don't know if they're going to, do that whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. They said they only had 3 samples, and they sent me one, which was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's that, and it's pretty neat. And actually, their coils are pretty good. Keeping up, nice flavor.
Yeah. So I'll be, as I'm sure you guys know, I'm making some juice right now, but I'll be sending some to both you, Hank, and Billy, for you to review if you want to check it out and try it. So be as honest as you want. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you don't like it. By all means, it's not about like it's not meant to be this. I want good reviews. It's just meant to be I want good feedback. So I'll be sending you guys some, and anyone who's watching right now who wants to try some, I'll put you guys on a list and do like a lottery, and just do like a random generation thing, and whoever wins gets a couple bottles of juice for me to review. Just looking
I'll
for
think, definitely, dude. Definitely.
Plan on selling it or something?
There's some potential for it to be sold in the store at my local vape shop
Cool.
under their name, which I'm actually all for because I don't want to make 5 or 6 flavors and have my own line. I think I've done a pretty good job on the one I've made, and I'll probably end up doing a couple more and sending them to you guys, but the one is, so far, people in the store have all tried it and no one said they didn't like it, so it's gotten pretty good feedback locally, but I'd rather have it honestly reviewed by reviewers and see what they think.
That's awesome.
What what some customers who walk into the store with me right there, right? I don't want that bias in there, and I don't want to feel like I'm forcing someone to like it just because I'm standing there. I'd rather them have an honest feedback on it and not say either way just because I'm standing there kind of thing. I'd much rather get honest feedback, and I know you guys will give honest feedback.
Cool.
Conduct
I've nailed down one flavor so far.
Yeah, same. I only have the one flavor that I've really nailed down. The other ones I had done in the past, like the strawberries and cream one, it's hit and miss. I love it. Everyone else, I'm probably at like a 20% positive feedback rate right now on that one.
Well, that's the thing with DIY. You make it for yourself, man.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit what other people think? Unless you're trying to sell it.
Yeah.
But like me, my flavors, I'm not trying to sell them. I don't care if anybody else likes them or not.
Yeah. If anyone wants to try it, who's in the comments, just send me an email. That's probably the easiest way to keep track of it. Just send me an email and robbyvapes@gmail.com. And if you send me the email, I'll put you on the list, and by all means, let me know. I'd love feedback on it. And, oh, by the way, sorry, actually, Charles just reminded me. Anyone who actually contacted me before and I said I'd send them some, I'll still be sending you guys some. So don't think I'm missing out on you guys. So, Charles, you'll still get a couple bottles from me no matter what. So.
Big O Vapor, he asked me if I used the Clapton wire from the UD to do the coil on the aromizer. No. I do have that still right here, which is pretty cool. Love his stuff. But I made my own, man. I actually made a big strip of it and used that. And that was like, I only made a few Claptons before. Just don't have the patience for it, but I did it. I actually made one. It came out pretty cool. Yeah. So, what else we got? Anything?
I don't really have anything else.
Yeah. Big O Vapor, we'll have to have you on the show sometime as well, if you're up for it.
Yep.
I was reading the comments earlier, and I saw you make your own juice and things like that, so that's kind of cool.
We always say this, but we don't get a whole lot of feedback, and that's anybody that wants to come on. We'd love to have anybody. So just hit one of us up. One of the three of us, send us an email, and we'll get you on.
Yeah. Agreed.
Any what do you guys feel about juice reviews?
I'm about done doing juice reviews.
I've pretty much never started. I think I have like 2 juice reviews out, and I don't plan on doing much more. It's just it's too subjective for the most part. I mean, you get the shitty ass juices that no one likes, which you can understand those, and you get the ones that everybody seems to like Cutwood. I don't know anyone who doesn't like Cutwood. That shit is amazing. But apart from that, it's pretty much 99% subjective to your taste.
That's right. And that's why, like, in my juice reviews, I do say this is a good juice, but I don't say this is a good juice, you should go buy it. I try to describe the flavors that I perceive.
My take on juice reviews is this. It's a necessary thing because, first, all right, most juice reviews, you'll notice if you do them, they don't get as much views as your mod or tank or RDA reviews. Except an occasional one that's highly anticipated, like my Grim KVLT. That's getting a nice moderate amount of views. Or Grim Colt. I'm sorry, I got crucified for calling a KVLT from somebody in the comments. But I will do juice reviews. First off, because there's a lot of companies out there trying to get launched, trying to get started, so I won't mind giving them a little boost. Second of all, as a reviewer, one thing we go through a lot is juice. So why not be a little selfish and get some juice? So, I mean, seriously, think about it. Why, I mean, take advantage of it. So you're getting some juice, you're getting a company's name out there, and there are people out there who love juice reviews. You know what I mean? They're looking for a juice, so it is necessary. So they have to shop around and check out different reviews of the same juice before they buy it. I know I've done that. When I was looking to buy juice, I would check on different reviews to listen to different descriptions of it, you know? So
Yes.
I think it's something necessary. I think it's cool. Don't get a whole lot of views, but it does have a niche. You know, there are
Yeah.
people that do want to see it. So,
I
and it also
agree,
helps
I
us by
agree
getting
with you,
customers.
but it just, the amount of views that I get on them almost don't make it worth it, because it takes, for me, it takes a lot more time to do a juice review, because I have to clean out all these addies, re-wick, sometimes even rebuild, and then drip them. And then if I don't feel like vaping that, then I got to take it all back out, you know, redo it and change back to another flavor. But I think the way I'm going to go now is everything that because I've got some juices still lined up that I need to get out, because I said I would. I'm going to do them, and then my juice reviews are going to become a lot more picky. I'm not just going to review anything. It's going to be stuff that's you know, hyped, or if it's something that absolutely blows me away, then I'll review it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
So true. And just one quick point that I think it was Fresh or Homebrewed Vapes. I missed it in the comments, but one of them was saying that Ruby does good juice reviews, and I agree. Ruby has some of the best juice reviews out there. She's probably the only person I actually watch for juice reviews like regularly who's a big reviewer.
Yeah, she does good reviews. Yeah, I think they're entertaining. I don't know. That's something. I mean, I've been getting contact a lot for juice companies, and I guess I got to learn to say no, or kind of look. If I can, I will. I don't know. Did I ever hear of Deuce's Wild Juice? Ever hear of that?
Nope.
It's like they came out with 5 points, I guess. They're like a high end. They're like $25 a bottle. They have like a liquor line, and then they have like a bakery line. Really nice bottles. I mean, I've been getting contact a lot for juice companies, and I guess I got to learn to say no, or if I can, I will. What the hell? I don't know. Did I ever hear of Deuce's Wild Juice? Ever hear of that?
No. Is that me or you?
They came out with 5 points, I guess. They're like a high. What the hell is going on?
Someone's got the volume on it.
That was me. I accidentally hit it. My bad.
I was gonna say I was checking mine. It wasn't mine.
I didn't even realize that I hit it, because I was like deja vu, you know. Thought I was going crazy, and then I was like, why the fuck is he saying this shit again?
Yeah. I was like, am I talking again?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I do with juice reviews, Hank, and I'll just I'll get a bunch of RBDAs, you know, and I'll just throw a bunch of wicks in them. So this way I ain't got to keep re-wicking. I just have them all set up and ready to go, you know. Plus they're easy. You don't have to do the down portion, come back up. You basically, look, here's this juice, here's the description, bang, it's good.
No, I don't change them out between each one, but say I got 4 or 5 flavors, then I got to get 4 or 5 addies out ready for juice.
Yeah. That's the hardest part about it, is doing that. There's also this shit. Where is it? Hold on. Did you ever hear of this? It's called ReadyWick.
No.
It's a ceramic. It looks like silica, but it's not. I don't know. It works. It's not practical to use all day, but to taste juice, I don't know. It's weird. You just put it in, and it kind of just self-cleans itself while you're burning it, and then you just re-drip it. No, it's weird. I got that shit from, it's called Ready X Wick. I forget the name of the company, but I don't know. You got that. I've done that in review. I've used that stuff, and it kind of works to taste. No. And then this stuff. You remember this stuff, Hank?
Yeah. I still need to go get some of that. I only use the sample.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm mixed on it because I used it in I used it in my Limo 2 at the time when I was having problems with my Limo 2 wicking. And then when I used this, it seemed like it was fucking awesome. But then it kind of, when you use it in an RDA, you start to develop a weird flavor with it. I don't know. But it wicks well, but it's just weird. When you pull it apart, it kind of looks like plastic. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Hitting that shit. Mikey Vapes is in the house.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Audience today, actually. We've had a lot of comments, and I've been trying to keep up with them, but I think I've fallen behind a little bit. But a good showing today, so thanks everyone for watching. We do really appreciate it, and it's awesome to keep seeing the numbers growing every week. So, I mean, there's not much we can say other than thank you for your continued support to everyone out there watching.
Yep, and I did something earlier today, actually. I finally figured out how to change the channel URL because it wasn't letting me a while ago. It was saying that we needed 500 subs, but somehow, I don't know, somehow I figured it out tonight. So I wanted to make it just YouTube/Project Fog, but they said there's already too many users with that name. I had no idea. So it is project, youtube.com/c/Project Fog Vape Show.
That's the new URL, right?
I think you froze.
Yeah, Hank turned into Max Headroom for a second there. Yeah. Mike Vape, since you're in the room, check out my smoker sponsorship program video when you get a chance, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. We got anything else? At this point, we're just fucking babbling. So
Pretty
I don't
much,
know.
yeah. I think that pretty much covers it, and Hank's obviously indisposed at the moment, so we'll let him be. But yeah, no, it was another great show, and again, thanks to everyone for watching. We do appreciate it, and we'll keep making these shows better and better, and hopefully having fewer and fewer issues on the drop-off aspect of it.
Robbie never has a problem.
It's true. You'd think I would. I mean, I'm up in Canada, and yet I'm the one who's always on. I haven't dropped off once, I don't think. So I've had some pretty good luck so far. But yeah, there he goes. All right. Well, I guess we can pretty much end the video there. So thanks everyone for watching, and until next time, we will see you soon. Billy, any final thoughts?
Slaunch it, motherfuckers, and remember, heathenvapereviews@gmail.com. If you know somebody needs to be sponsored, send the email, let me know your story, shit like that. And that's it, motherfuckers.
Yeah, same thing here. If you're looking for a sponsor, robbyvapes@gmail.com. Or if you're looking to try some juice, robbyvapes@gmail.com. All right, guys, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.